Hey there, hackers!
December is anticipated by many of us puzzle-loving nerds because of Advent of Code is here. If you want to learn a new programming language, now is your perfect opportunity to try something fun, because the first couple of days in each year's AOC are pretty easy. This is the Tacit Sanctuary channel, and we are going to solve day 1 now with Uiua. I encourage you to join the fun and also try to solve this first on your own. I don't want to spoil your fun. And I don't promise to make a solution video every day, but I might cherry pick a few interesting ones later. Quick intro to AOC. There is a new puzzle coming out every day from 1st to 25th December. Each puzzle has a cute backstory. We have some example data demonstrating the puzzle logic and some larger set of input data. Each puzzle contains two parts which are somehow related. The second part is unlocked when you have solved the first one. Sometimes it requires a different approach or just presents a more difficult challenge. Anyway, our first day can be solved with a few lines of code even in a traditional language. Let's see how to handle it in Viva. Focusing on the actual task, we have two lists of numbers that we need to compare according to some logic. I will just use the online editor to paste the numbers. Each number is being pushed to the Viva memory stack. I put them all into an array and reshape it according to how the task was presented. Solving these puzzles in Viva, we always need to think about the most appropriate data structure that works with the data, given the amazing built-in algorithms that we can invoke with a single glyph. We can immediately transpose this structure now, so we get two rows of numbers representing two lists. We need to sort both lists. The sort function used to be experimental until recently, but in the latest online version of VivaPod, we can finally use it freely. Now, to get the difference of each pair of numbers in the columns, we can simply subtract one row from the other, using reduce minus. Just in case the result is negative, we take the absolute value of each number. In this particular sample, this will not change anything, but in the actual data it does matter. And the last step is to add all the numbers with reduce plus. This is the result of part 1. I will leave it to you to apply it to the actual dataset. Part 1 is just 8 characters in Viva. For the second part, we use the same inputs but a different algorithm. Here we need to find how many times each number of the first list is present in the second list. Actually, with Viva, this is really easy. Start by transposing the data again, so we have two rows. To keep the original visible on the stack, we can duplicate it. We uncouple the rows to make two distinct lists on the stack. Then comparing each number of the first array with each number of the second array can be done with table equals. We can observe in the first row that the number 3 was found 3 times in the second list. Now we have to sum up each row, which is done by rows reduce plus. So we apply two modifiers on the addition. Finally, we have to multiply these numbers with the matching element of the first list. Considering what we have done so far, we can make a fork up to the point where we transpose the list, and apply also the first function on the data to extract the first row. What remains is multiply the two arrays pairwise. In Viva, this is simply just using the multiply operator. And again, adding all the numbers with reduce plus. This is part 2. Altogether, just 16 characters. In case we want to reuse some of our code or just want to keep it tidy and push it to the Git repo, it's a good idea to name our functions. Later, with more complicated tasks, it's best to separate the code in meaningful steps and even annotate them with comments. Uiua is a really fun language to learn. I love it because you can easily interact with the data and express complicated algorithms with just a few characters without a lot of ceremony. If you are new to this, check out my other videos about Viva, and of course, join the Viva community on Discord. This project is still in its experimental stage, and new features are added frequently, and even some features are removed or changed drastically before the first stable version is released. But I think we are not that far away from that point, and the core of the language already looks pretty solid and usable. Thank you for watching, and stay in touch if you want more content like this.